Head pull back like a cornrow. Extra in a stash like a console. Listening to Bono, you listen to Darno. What the bro? Where the love go? Swizzy, he the chef. I like my lunch gross. Just look up, bro. There the studs go. I see the. But where did bro go? To the unknown. Only way he coming back is through his unborns. If you see what's in my bag, think I'm a lord. It's empty when I give it back. Now where's the uproar? What the though? Where the love go? 5, 4, 3, 2. I let one go. Wow, get the though. I don't bluff, bro. Snatch your head like a buffalo. What the though? Where the love go? 5, 4, 3, 2. I let one go. Wow, get the though. I don't bluff, bro. Snatch your head like a buffalo.
Okay, I'm back to school, you. This is open campus. This is, I should slap it open-handed. Tough life, I told the model she need lower standards. Asked her if she had a twin, I feel like Joey Tanner. Big spender, Kris Jenner, I promote the family. Kardashian, see the Benzo, she like, oh, it's happening. Think she called me, cause she never knew her daddy. And my all black, Rhythm Nation, Janet, boy, don't make me Jackson. Bodily, was underground. Frontin' like a ride with the mob. When I charge me, myself, and I play the odds. A yes man, it's just a bobblehead dog. Holler them all. Strutting like Pac out the court, hop out the Porsche. Shake that, got that on menu, the a la carte. Boy, I had to make my point about this wave. Watch for the sharks bounce. I gave it up and talking Cuban links. Tell her ain't no weak link in my Cuban link. Only like my age. We was gangin' since the platinum FUBU days. I got dreams of being Hova out your movie, yay. Listen, babe, so good you think I'm cool with yay. Okay, my diamonds dancing, I could Lisa Ray. Life is hard, but it's easy being truthful, baby. For real, overload. This is like I got like my pinky. Money, baby, we don't pay, but ain't ours. Bet it back, I bet I match it like the same style. Chopsticks for beef from shutting PF chains down. I gave you prophecy, my first one, then you lamed out. Luckily, so, but it wasn't for me. Still the flow raw.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Fielded about a yard deep. Nifty move. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Second down, Rivers. A screen to Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Third and long for Rivers. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. Fourth down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Now, Barney!
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on second down. Second down, here's Henry. Pushing his way through, and he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. It's caught. Lockett. And a few little style points on the juke, but not much room to maneuver after that. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He dumps it off for Henry. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 2 yards on that play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. This one left side caught by Patterson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney!
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Next, the receivers have spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Now Jackson on second down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hey. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On third down, Jackson. Forced out to his left. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Gave a glimpse of his power that time. And then brought down at the 30. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. On second down, Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Detroit! Detroit!
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football.
Now, Barney!
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Hot, hot.
Now it's Jackson. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
First down, Rivers. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Really strong, effective run there out of a power set or a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game, and that's tough for a defensive coordinator. They want to spot that lineup coming into the game early so they can get the proper defensive personnel on the field. That's why the coordinator is relying on some of the assistants to tell him what offensive personnel is hitting the field so he can adjust accordingly. They weren't able to stop him on that run.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Rivers now on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Harris. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rivers on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And now running right through it. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. After the penalty, it's Bell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run here with Pumphrey. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Two minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
Left, left, left.
To throw is Rivers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
And the Ravens taking the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Gone! Gone! Gone!
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Gone!
From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go now. Blue landing.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. In for the score. And the Ravens are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 4. Hey, hot.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep down. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Green 39. Watch it now, Barney. Over. All right, now, lucky 56.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Final play of the half, Rivers. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his right. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Jackson to throw on third down. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. With a quick slant, good for 8 and a first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll run it again with Henry. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down. The Ravens on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Watch you now, Barney.
Now Jackson operating from the gun, eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Gun! Set! Blue 90! Detroit!
To throw on 2nd down. Jackson, incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try.
Gun! Watch you now, Barney!
From the gun, Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Oh, able to avoid him. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a second down throw for Rivers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Man open left side. It's Williams. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Jackson looking to throw on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Here's Jackson fighting through pressure. And now a fumble. The ball's out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Mike's 54.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Jackson now from the gun, he'll throw. Steps away to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And that just enough to get it done.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Rivers now. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
It's a pickup of 6, and that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th.
Detroit! Back out of that Philly, here we go!
Again, it's Henry. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
And it's a big play there on 3rd down, but with the marker on the field, I don't think it's going to hold. Let's see. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
3-19! Detroit!
Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. Flush to his right. And right side, Henry's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Gone! Watch it now, Barney!
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his left. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter if he needs to make those plays when the legs go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
A very solid gain of 27. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory? Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit.
Jackson to throw on second down. Dancing to his left. And it's caught. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Ravens have broken the tie. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
12.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Hey, Rocket.
From the gun, Rivers. Throw left side complete. It's Harris. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
A gain of 3, second down. Play action now, Rivers.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Load it! Load it!
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Harris. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. He's back to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. This defense so strong all afternoon long, well executed again there.
This is a group that really functions well off of each other. No matter what the assignment, the other person fills in the exact proper spot. They've made it very, very hard for them to find open places to throw the football.
Second and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
So now it's third and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Now it's Patterson. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
Now let's go. Blue Lightning. Blue Lightning.
Throwing now is Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Patterson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Buying time to his left. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gone.
Now Jackson. Forced out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Being chased out left. Goes underneath for Henry. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. The Ravens on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Set. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson to throw. And it's complete. Henry. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Detroit! Set! Green 39! Green 39! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Here's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him a couple on the catch, it's 2nd and 8. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. First throw in overtime now for Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage. No gain.
That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done. Now part 2. A give to Bell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
What can Rivers do in the OT? That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun, Rivers. And this is going to be incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. And that'll be incomplete. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Gone! Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Steps away to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. I know they may want to go for this, but the smart play probably to punt it, even given the field position, right?
In a sense, you honor what they've done all game. And this is a defense that's held the score down, kept it tight, kept you right in it, and they're really jonesing for one more shot. Give it to them. Let them play defense for you and give you a better chance to win the game.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Dancing to his left. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And a costly, costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Hey! One out with it.
They run with Pumphrey. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
They try again with Scarborough. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And with that, they...